Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum dear students. I am your English instructor and welcome to my English coaching class. Currently we are at unit number 14, Human Rights. Our today's lecture is lecture number 5 and the competency that we are targeting through this lecture is writing. Our today's topic is process of writing, pre-writing, editing and final draft. Before jumping onto the topic, let's have a look at the SLO first. Write multiple paragraph essays, stories, multi-stanza poems or play scripts using correct punctuation and spelling, grammar, grade level vocabulary and transitional devices, following rules of subject-verb agreement, sentence structure and types by using the writing process approach, pre-writing, editing and final draft stage. So, what does the SLO tell us? The SLO tells us that we are about to learn about the writing process, pre-writing, editing and final drafting. Here is the vertical linkage. Before jumping onto the topic, let's have a look at the brainstorming session. Think about your favorite bird and make a mind map of its features. As you know, before writing, we do make a mind map. So, can you make a mind map of your favorite bird's features? Process of writing. Writing is a process that typically involves several stages. Here is an overview of key stages: pre-writing, editing and final draft. So, writing एक ऐसा process है जिसकी मुख्तलिफ stages होती हैं. In this lecture, we will learn about pre-writing, editing and final drafting. First of all, let's learn about pre-writing. What do we do in pre-writing? We choose a topic. Think about what you want your poem to be about. It could be a person, an emotion, an event, or something from nature. The next point is brainstorm ideas. Write down words, phrases, and images that come to mind related to your topic. Think about how you feel, what you see, hear, smell, and touch. The third point is select a poetic form. Decide on the type of poem you want to write. This could be a rhyming poem, free verse, haiku, or any other form you prefer. And then start writing freely. Begin writing your poem based on your outline. Don't worry about making it perfect. Focus on getting your ideas down on the paper. So, in the pre-writing stage, what do? First of all, you choose a topic, you brainstorm some ideas. Then, if you have decided to write a poem, you will decide on what form of poetry you are about to write. Either it's a sonnet, or it's a haiku, or it's a lyric. And then, you start writing freely, without worrying about vocabulary, grammar, syntax, or any type of sentence structure. The next stage is editing. Revise for clarity. Ensure that your poem conveys your intended message clearly. Remove any confusing or unnecessary words. Enhance your language. Look for stronger words or more vivid imagery. Replace common words with more descriptive ones. Check for consistency. Make sure your poem maintains a consistent tone and style throughout. So, in editing, what do? You look for clarity and then you enhance your language by refining your words constantly, by revising it. And then you check for consistency in case of writing poems. If you are writing a sonnet, then you must keep the conventions of writing a sonnet in your mind. if you are writing a lyric, then you must keep the conventions of writing a lyric in your mind. Make sure it stays consistent. And the next stage is final draft. Polish your poem. Make final adjustments to improve the flow, rhythm, and clarity. Ensure that your poem is free from grammatical errors. Format your poem. Arrange your poem on the page in a visually appealing way. Consider line breaks, spacing, and indentation. So in final draft, you polish your poem or you polish your text, whatever it is, either it's a prose or it's a poem. And of course, in case of writing a poem, you make it visually appealing on the paper. How do you do that? By using line breaks, spacing, and indentation. This is your classroom activity. Write a multi-stanza poem independently, ensuring the use of poetic elements like figures of speech, rhythm, mood, etc. So, how do you write a poem? How do you write a poem? Let's see. First of all, choose a topic you like. Then, decide how many stanzas you are about to write. Use vivid words and emotions. It means imagery. Add literary devices. It could be anything from similes to metaphors to personification to hyperbole. Keep line consistent. Revise and add a title. So, keeping all these points in mind, you can write a beautiful poem. This is your homework. Write a multiple paragraph essay on a topic of your choice. Since you know the process of writing, you will be able to write not only a poem but also any type of text. So, for homework, you will write an essay. Here we have provided a simulation for you. Also, we have attached an interactive worksheet for your comprehensive understanding. And apart from all these, we have provided different resources such as Skillsheet, the lesson plan, and the question bank of this lecture too. Thank you so much.